Hey everyone, we have a new update coming out in the app now, and it's got a couple of differences. Kind of makes the whole scenes and automation thing easier, as well as some improvements for the cameras. So I am going to just step through the changes here. So if you see on the screen, I have the old version of the app and the new version. So the old version that was previously in the app stores was 1.0.3, and the new version then is just updated to 1.0.4. So the two home screens, you can see they are the very same, but if we go into Smart, we'll start to see some differences. So previously what we referred to as scenario or scenes is now called tap to runs. It kind of makes more sense. You know, as a scene being a collection of device settings rather than it being, you know, trying to set a mood or a scene. Tap to run means you just put in all those settings that you want to do, hit that button on your home screen or call it from Alexa, and it'll do all those settings. So it's completely backwards compatible. All your old scenes will come into tap to run, and then the same, your automations as well will be in there. You can see that the view of your automations is kind of more condensed now, so you'll get more on the screen. They're color highlighted, so you can kind of group them through color if you want. It makes it more obvious which is which. And then also it shows the icon of the devices that are in that automation as well. So you can see here where the doorbell icon, and then there's an arrow going to the light to say that, you know, when the doorbell's pressed, the light on the landing is going to come on. So I'll just do a step-by-step kind of guide on adding, like, let's say, a new scenario. So if you, on the old version of the app, if you want to do a scenario or a scene, you hit the plus icon and it brings you into this setting where you add an action. If you're going to do the same thing on the new app, you're hitting plus again. But the difference here is that it's the one screen. So, you know, what do you want to do? You want to do a launch a tap to run. That's the trigger that you're going to use. So you pick tap to run, and then, okay, what do we want to do is your action. Let's say we want to run a device, and let's just pick that landing light. And we're going to say we're going to switch it on. Just a very simple scene. And if we do the same here, go in, what do we want to do? We want to do a device. Which device? It's the landing light. We want to switch it on. Hit next. So you can see the similarities between them here. We've still got the same show on home page option. And then of course we have this new style here where we can pick colors, pick the icon, pick the background image. So previously, when you'd be doing a scene, you'd have to put in a name for that scene. The name is auto-populated on the new version of the app. You can, of course, change that to whatever you want. But hopefully you can kind of see the similarities there, and it's easy to follow through. I'll just save that there on the new app. If I cancel that one, cancel out of that, you can see that is saved as well. So the apps are completely backwards compatible. And now an automation, if we were using the old version of the app, with the plus icon here, and it was the same, we'd have our conditions and our actions. On the new version, the plus again, the same launch screen. Okay, so what is the trigger we want for this automation? And if we're going to say when a device status changes, again, let's just pick the doorbell. It's a nice and easy one. We do a motion alert. So when there's motion alert, what do we want to do? We want to run a device. And what we do, we'll turn on this GU10. And if we wanted to do that on this, again, we would pick our device, pick the doorbell, motion alert on, and then the action device, and G10, forget which one it was, it's this one, switch on, and then next. So again, it's the same, effective period is the same, and again, the addition of the style here, you still have the any condition is met or all conditions are met option here. So that's worth keeping in mind. Other than that, I just cancel that one. Show you, we also have, this is in beta, it should be working fine, but I'm not going to say it's going to stay in here, but you can do location based triggers. So when you get home from work, when you arrive at work, when you leave the house, when you leave the shops, when you leave somewhere, you can trigger stuff based on that. So it's worth trying out. It may disappear in the future if we're not happy with the performance, but for now it is there. And that is a new option in automations that wasn't previously there. Pressing the wrong button there, sorry. And so then other differences with the app. You can see up at the very top right here, there's a little camera icon. So if you have more than one of our cameras activated, paired into the app, you'll get this icon. This is like the multi-view camera screen. So I'll just explain to you how they work here. So any camera you have paired up in that family will show on the screen, and you can click through, double click, and then get direct control over them. Rather than having to click into each one, you get a full overview of all your cameras at the one time. And then one other nice little change, if we just click through to the landing light. So UIs are identical. If we look on our settings page, so again, pretty much all the same options. Layout has slightly changed, but up here at the top where we can edit the name of our device, we can also change the icon. So rather than the default lamp icon, you might take a picture of that lamp itself. That's something new in the app. And if I just show you one of my lamps, I have like a floor lamp in the sitting room. You see I've changed the icon there to match the actual floor lamp. So you can do that for any of the devices. And then also, sorry, from that same page as well, if you go into any device, you can go directly in and view what tap to runs or scenes that device is part of, or any automations that it's part of as well. So there's a few other tweaks and kind of performance improvements in the app, but that should really help you change over to the new version of the app from the old version. Of course, if you've any trouble, you get us on Twitter. You can drop us an email at connect@robus.com and someone will get back to you very soon. But that's it for now. Thanks a million.